Okay, let's get this show on the road. I've been out here for a while. Mom might be getting worried. Sounds like a storm coming in. I should probably get going. I did not know that the house was rooted. Oh, god damn it, the chat box isn't working. Amazing. Oh, that's just broken. Okay, cool. Bracket games. Alright, alright. Three-fourths home. So I know literally nothing about this game. My brother keeps telling me it's fantastic. I believe that he's probably right. He usually has pretty good opinions on games. There we go. So I'm very excited to see how this turns out. Give me just a second to fix this screen. Should be about... No, not quite that way. Let's do like 600 by like 850. One more. Top 10 games ever. I'm very excited to see this then. Wow, the chat box is... I bet you I used a reference in another source. That's probably why. Let's do that. Can't see that at all. Needs to be a little thinner. Super professional, I know. Unconventional but brilliant. I believe it. Bump down 500, not 5,000. 500. Okay, 450. I created a new source for my Switch, but instead of doing the smart thing and making a new instance of the chat box, I used a reference because I'm smart. And now I need to figure out how to add in this. Hey, there we go. Slops has also Streamlabs has also done a weird thing where moving objects like bit by bit is painfully slow. There we go. Now we're all good. Now we're set to go. Awesome. I know. Where is my cursor? Okay, cool. Start from the top? Yep. Unless that's what I just watched. Man game. Hey, Dragon Tamer 257, thank you very much for the follow, man. Greatly appreciate it. She found a guitar pick on the side of the road. Loading. It's a cool guitar pick. In Nebraska, specifically. Okay. Bump up my volume a bit more. Drive. Oh. Well, that's cool. Hello? Let me know if I need to do any audio balancing or anything too. Is there, am I missing something here? I feel like I should be doing something with that hello comment on the right, but as of right this moment there is no option to do so. Oh, hello. Spacebar. Kelly, where are you? I'm driving. Or I'm on my way home. I'm driving. From where? Where did you go? Just took a drive around. In this weather, why? Needed some time alone, needed to clear my head, just felt like it. Let's go with I needed to clear my head. Christ, Kelly, you could have told someone you were heading out. Sorry, I'll let you guys know next time. That would defeat the purpose, the point of it, wouldn't it? What do you mean by that? Nothing. I know you're used to living on your own, but now that you're back home, you have to let us know if you're going to be gone. That's fair. Jesus, Mom, I'm not a kid. That's fair. See, I knew you were sensible, so where are you at? McCarthy's Field, I think. Yeah, by the power station. Yeah, I can see it from here. A good 20 miles out then. Okay, on gas. Full tank. Half a tank. I hope so. The gas light's on. Half a tank. Oh, I see. It's should be enough unless the sensor's acting up again. Dad got that fixed. Here's hoping. Not driving out there. Save your ass if it runs dry. Not in this weather. Wasn't asking you to. Uh-huh. Don't drive on E. On empty, got it. Duly noted. Nothing to lip, alright. Truce. What were you thinking driving this weather anyway? It seemed fine when I left. How long ago did you leave? The clouds rolled in hours ago. A while. Kelly, it's like pulling teeth to get a straight answer from you sometimes. I really don't know what time. Must have been early. Your dad didn't even hear you leave. He was up by 5, I'm sure. Driving on E is an American challenge. Don't you worry, I got it. That being said, gas prices right now, great. Didn't see him. He was out in the garden when I left. Sure. Him in that damn garden. He wakes up every day like he's still got a job to go to and just spends the day elbow deep in the dirt instead. But can't grow a damn thing, bless his heart. I heard he had a few tomatoes. Huh. I bet he told you that. It's 2 tomatoes. He's out there right now trying to cover them up from the rain. Why? Hell if I know. I've never heard of protecting a plant from the rain. Is he drunk? He said his legs were hurting him earlier, so it's probably one of those days. It'll be a miracle if he doesn't fall flat on his ass trying to walk out in the mud with those crutches. He has crutches, cool. Is it safe for him to be out there? You try telling him not to, especially if he's had a few. That man would jump off a roof if it got into his head that he should. He's had a few then. Just a second, I'll check the trash. Don't police him, Mom. What? I'm worried about him. If he's had more than a couple, the pain must be really bad. I don't understand it, really. How someone's leg can hurt when there's no leg there, but I'm no doctor. Okay. It's called phantom pain. I know what it's called, Kelly. I've been to all his appointments. Must be a bad one. He's had 5 beers already. Has he been lately? Has he been to the appointments lately? Got it. Has he been lately? No. It's your father we're talking about. He's as stubborn as you are. What is it he said the last time I asked? They can't grow it back. What's the point of getting it poked at again? He needs to keep up with his appointments, Mom. Tell him that. Stop listening to me about it a while ago. I will. Maybe he'll actually listen to you. He's been better since you came home, you know. His spirits have picked up. Hey, Brianna's Reed. Thank you very much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. What's different? What's different about today? It's probably the weather. We haven't had a storm like this in years, or in this all year, so I think it just hit him hard. Does he always drink when it gets bad? This is go-to for relief. Doctor gave him painkillers, but your dad doesn't want to take them. Booze is cheaper, I guess. Capitalism at its finest. Makes some sort of sense. It's how he deals, and he's 56 and retired. If there's ever time to develop a drinking problem, it's now. What's that even supposed to mean? I don't know. It's something he said, and I had a hard time arguing against it. So you're resigned to him being an alcoholic? Oh no, he's not an alcoholic. Besides, at least you and Ben aren't kids anymore. Let him deal with things his way. But what about his health? I'm not arguing with you about this, Kelly. It works for him, it works for us. So you never told me how that interview went yesterday. It went okay, I guess. Just okay? I didn't read it. Fuck. Excellent. Think you got the job then? They offered it to me on the spot. Not surprised, you've always been good at interviews. The guy seemed to like me at least. Was it Hank that interviewed you? He's known you since you were little. Sure was. That probably didn't hurt your chances, seeing as how he and your dad have been friends since high school. Probably not. So what do you think? Are you gonna take the job? I think so. Good. It'll be hard to find another place around here that's hiring. What about the shop? I'm only getting a couple of days there a week tops. People around here aren't all too keen on spending money to get a haircut for their dogs. Understandable. Maybe things will turn around. I hope so. I really, really hope so. Promise? Promise what? As much as I can, yes, I promise. I'm not gonna let you rot in this town like I did. Why not leave? Your father will never leave this town. His whole family's buried just 2 miles up the highway. Goes back 7 generations. Something to be said about having roots, or... Doesn't mean you can't leave. What, leave your dad and your brother? Please. As bizarre as they may be, I love them to death. Couldn't stand to be away from them. Is that what you were really suggesting? Ooh. No, I meant all of you. This game is pertinent. A little bit. You try and convince your dad. But let me watch. What is he doing now anyway? Okay. I don't know. I thought I heard him come in a minute ago. Lord, where did he get to? Send a search party. Just a second, I'm gonna go look for him. Okay. David! Hello, David! Mom, why are you yelling? I'm looking for your dad. Have you seen him? He's upstairs. He was covered in mud. Are you mad at him? No, honey, I'm not mad at him. What's he doing up there? Are you mad because he got mud on the carpet? He what? Oh, Jesus, what was he thinking? You only say that when you're mad. He's taking a shower. Hello, Thunder. Okay, you're right. I'm mad now. But not at you. Good. I didn't get mud on the floor. If I got mud on the floor, would you be mad at me? That depends. Don't do it and we won't have to find out. I wasn't going to. Who are you talking to? Your sister. Do you want to talk to her? No, there's a tornado watch. I'm going to watch the news. Fair. I mean, that seems like a pretty sensible thing to do. Are you sure? I mean, yeah, someone needs to watch the news just in case. Where's Kelly? She should be somewhere with a basement. Is she somewhere with a basement? No. She's on her way home. Tell her she should drive fast, but not too fast. Getting in a car wreck would be bad too. Not as bad as a tornado, but still very bad. Debatable. Why don't you tell her? I'm gonna watch the news. Someone needs to watch the news. If you say so, done. Keep me updated. Did you catch all that? Damn right. Ben's still yelling at me to tell you to drive faster, but not too fast. Dad tracked mud all the way up the stairs. Christ almighty, I'm not cleaning this up. He can do it himself. It could set in if you wait. I'll let you clean it then. I think Dad's got it. Uh-huh. So how's Ben doing? Oh, you know. You know how he gets when it storms. He's been talking about how it wasn't in the forecast. When he hasn't been locked up in his room, I mean. See, I couldn't have known about the weather. Could have come home a bit earlier. I was busy. Yeah, clearing your head, whatever that means. Yeah, whatever it means. Didn't get what you were hoping for out of it, huh? No, I did. Well, good for you. I'd have to imagine it'd take a bulldozer to clear out that head of yours. Thanks, I think. Or two. Your dad has a muddy shovel, you can borrow that to start. Hilarious. You got your electric wit from me. Sure, let's go with that. You really want to get smacked when you get home, don't you? I'm terrified. Oh, hi, Ben. Wait. That's from Ben? Is that supposed to say that? Is it supposed to say that's from Ben who's saying that? You should be. Maybe that's why Ben's locked up in his room all day. He's terrified of his terrible, terrible mother. What's he really up to in there? Writing, I think. That's all he seems to do lately. What was he writing? Oh, I don't know. I think that was a bug. I don't think that was supposed to say Ben. I think that was supposed to say Mom. Oh, I don't know. He never lets me read any of it. But it's been good for him. He's been focused like I haven't seen him in a long time. Usually he'll focus on something really intensely for a little bit. That's me in a nutshell. But he gets frustrated so easily and he gets so aimless. Like with the guitar. He was so into that when you lived here. Once you were gone, he just stopped caring about pretty much everything. Yes! I broke the game! Let's go. Or the game broke itself, one or the other. He's not playing anymore? Okay. No, he stopped maybe a month after you left for school. He didn't really have anything to focus on after that. It was even worse when we pulled him out of school, until he picked up writing last winter. It's been a blessing. Wow, how did I not know that? Guess you didn't ask. Or you haven't really paid that much attention. I found this guitar pick. Yeah? I thought you'd like it. I'd still try to give it to him. I just sort of figured he'd still be into it. We're really out of touch there for a while, Kelly. Months without calling will do that. Damn. Wait, here's your father. David, what the hell were you doing out there? I told you I was covering my tomatoes. The storm's a bad one. I didn't want him to get beat up. I've never heard of anyone doing that, David. Well, Nora, just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean it's not a smart thing to do. You tracked mud all over the carpet, too. Look at that. God damn it. I'll clean it up, sorry. Dad, you said a bad word. Mom, he's not allowed to say that. If I'm not allowed to say it, then he's not allowed to say it. Jamie, is that what having a little brother's like? If so, I'm so sorry. Sorry, bud. You're right. I'll put $1 in the jar. It's $27. I get to buy a game when it's $50. That's what you said. That's the deal. Cool. So I'm just gonna swear a bunch, so that when it hits that $50 mark, I'll pay for it. Or no, that's his jar, I guess. Whatever. That's the deal. Sometimes I wonder if you do that on purpose. I'll never tell. Who's on the phone? It's your daughter. I keep accidentally letting off of a D. That's so? Where is that girl? Here, you talk to her. I'm done playing Go Between. Good. I'm glad there's at least a little bit of variety from that. Don't you want me to clean this up? Just take the phone. Yes, darling. Oh, shut up. Miss Kelly! Hey, Dad. Where the hell are you? Out by the wind farms. Shit, that's a good 15 miles out in the middle of nowhere. What are you doing out there? Cool, so I've gotten about 5 miles from when we started. $28. Fuck yeah. Good one, Dad. Oops, that one wasn't on purpose. You do it on purpose. Shh, don't tell your mother. Secret safe with me. I knew I could rely on you, baby girl. You, Dad. Oh, you're too grown up for that now, huh? Yep, since I never liked that. That's news to me. So what are you doing way out there? I went to the old barn. My parents' place? Yeah. How'd it look? I hadn't been out there since the accident. Still standing. Won't be surprised if the storm knocks it down. The place was leaning half over last time I saw it. It might be. Or it might. I don't want to see it like that. Didn't think you would. Ah, hell. This leg. Is it that bad? Worst it's been in a while. Must be the storm, atmospheric pressure changes and all that. It's the damnedest thing, though. Weird feeling. Hurting where there's nothing left to hurt. Can't even imagine. It's strange. Better watch my language. Depends on a warpath on this whole cuss jar crusade. Are you taking anything for it? No pain meds. But something else. Maybe a drink now and then. Sure that's the best way? It's the way that best helps me. Has to be something else. Would you rather I be hopped up on some prescription junkie pill? Junkie pill? Painkillers, Kelly. I know what you meant. I just... Never mind. You're trying to make a point out with it. You shouldn't be drinking like that. You're right, I shouldn't. But you know what? It helps. Nothing else helps. Do you know what it's like? What's up, Bree? How you doing? To not be whole, but it hurt like you still are? Ooh. Ooh. I want to say this one. It'll probably spark some issues, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Yeah, I kinda do. That's different. You know that's different. It still hurts. A lot. I know it does. Listen, this isn't the time for this conversation, okay? Not over the phone. Not when you need to be driving safe. We'll talk about all this later. Promise? I promise, baby girl. Okay. So, what were you up to at my parents' place? Reminiscing. I'm just gonna say thinking. What about? the future. Oh, hello. All the corn's gone. What about it? How all of this is gonna work out. You stop that. We're gonna be fine. Things have a funny way of, well, if not working out, at least going forward. I guess we'll see, huh? That's unavoidable, isn't it? For the most part. If all goes well, I guess it is. Who knows? Maybe our luck will turn around. Your mom can find a better job, my disability could go through, Ben can start seeing his new doctor in Omaha, you finish up your degree, hell, my garden might even pull through. What were you doing out there earlier, anyway? Just covering up the tomatoes. What? Why? Protect them from the storm. It doesn't really make any sense. Sure it does. A storm like this, they can get some nasty wind and hail. Take the tomatoes right off the vine and bruise them up. That happens. Next thing you know, they're rotted off the vine. All that trouble for a couple tomatoes? I mean, I would normally say I guess that makes sense, but for the sake of this path, all that trouble for a couple tomatoes, they need taken care of. Fragile little things, those tomatoes. If you don't watch them rot, rot will set them pretty damn quick. You may think I'm a bit of a fool, but I have my reasons, if you say so. Doubt all you want, it's the truth. Oh, hey, Ben. Meteorologists said that there have been funnel clouds. There have been funnel cloud sightings in the county. Kelly needs to get home fast. Is she driving fast enough? Why don't you ask her? You need to keep watching. Tell her she should drive faster. You got it, bud. Ben's getting worried. Are you making good time? I think so. I'm by the high school. Still got a ways to go. Don't be reckless, but you ought to beat cheeks, and the storm can get nasty. Ooh. I'm booking it. As long as you're being safe. Sure. What happened to the school? What about it? It's huge. Yeah, it's been spruced up a bit. When did this happen? A couple years back, I guess. Looks completely different. It's mostly empty from what I hear. There's nowhere near enough kids to fill up the classrooms. Wow, what is that like? And why'd they do it? Because they could. The district got sort of a grant from the state. The wrestling teams won a couple of big championships, so I guess our little corner's starting to get some attention. I guess that makes sense. It was a waste of money, if you ask me. Spending so much on a high school with barely 200 kids. 200 kids? We have over 10 times that of high school. Investing in our future. Not the future of this place. Most of them are like you, run off as soon as they graduate. Yeah, well. That reminds me, did you ever get back with your pal from high school? Eric or something, was it? Doesn't say dad on that one. Why not? You two were joined at the hip back then. It's complicated. Can't be all that complicated. He's a friend, you should give him a ring. Ooh, Jesse. It's kind of about Jesse. Oh no, what does that have to do with anything? Eric really liked Jesse. Tell him what Jesse did, I bet he'll change his mind. Problem solved. He'll probably think the whole thing is my fault. It wasn't. I don't know, maybe it was. Bullshit, that kid always seemed to have his head on straight. I'm sure he'll be on your side. I don't. Never mind, you're right. That's what I like to hear. It's refreshing hearing those words. She said you were right, didn't she? She did, and I am. Uh-huh. Oh, don't give me that look. What look? That one right there. David, you're imagining things. Why are you fighting? That's witty banter. We're not. I was just going into the living room to watch the news. Come on. Okay. They're showing funnel clouds a few miles. Kelly, you know the look I'm talking about, don't you? That glare. You do know it. You do it too, you know. Yeah, I know it. See, I'm not crazy. Not crazy, maybe a bit of a drunk, or about what we were talking about earlier. Here we go again. I'm only worried. Yes. Yes, they are. Tornado, they're showing it on the news. Okay, Ben, you know the drill. Downstairs. I want to watch it on the news. Downstairs. Benjamin, now. This tornado's only still on the ground for a few minutes and travel less than 10 miles. This one's 12 miles away. Ben, now. Hey, I'm gonna let you go, okay? Is it near me? No, it's east of here. I should be fine. Okay, you guys be safe. We will. Don't you dare let her off that phone, David. Click. She needs to pay attention to the road, Nora. I'm hanging up. Like hell you are. You keep her on that goddamn phone. I'll listen to her getting sucked up to a tornado before I have to sit around and just worry about it. Understandable. Whoa, webcam. There'd be so much debris that her phone will be destroyed before you can hear her get sucked into the tornado. Also, you have to put $2 in the jar. She can get into a wreck, especially with this wind. You'd probably be able to hear her get in a wreck, unless the phone got thrown in the car, or if it was crushed. Okay, bud, enough of that. You're going to give your mother a heart attack. Ask her if she can see anything. Christ, Nora. Here, you ask her. Talk to your mother, Kelly. Okay. Kelly, can you see anything out there? Just rain. No hail? Nope, just rain. Tornado was east of here. If Kelly went to Grandpa's house, she was northwest of here. She wouldn't see any tornado unless there was another one, which is very possible. Thank you, Ben. Quite the optimist. I just wanted to make sure, Ben. If Kelly gets... Kelly gets sucked into a tornado and gets in a car wreck, can I have her computer? Benjamin! She wouldn't need it. If she's not using it, no one would be. It wouldn't be fair if I couldn't have it. Okay, I think that's fair. If Kelly gets sucked into a tornado, I'm sure she'd be okay with letting you have her computer. What about her room? Please, Benjamin, that's enough. I'll tell you what, we'll leave her room on the table. You never know. We can get some damage here, and her room might have a giant hole in the ceiling. If I were you, I'd wait to see on that investment. Alright, that's a good point. Your brother sometimes. God bless him. Let me talk to him. You sure about that? Sure. I have a choice. Why wouldn't I be? You're near him. He's in one of his moods. Just let me talk to him. Alright, you asked for it. Ben here. Talk to your sister. Or Ben here. Talk to your sister. I don't want to. You can ask her about that computer. Let me have the phone. Dad says I can have your computer if you crash or get sucked into a into a tornado. Hello to you too, Ben. Hey, Benji. Don't call me that. You know I hate it when you call me that. What's up, Nat? How you doing, man? You know I hate it when you call me that. My name isn't Benji. It's Ben. Sorry, I forgot. Don't do it again. I won't. I promise. Said that last time. Yeah, I probably did. No, you definitely did, remember? I remember. It was 2 weeks ago. You called me Benji, and I told you not to call me that. And you promised you wouldn't. Good memory. I have excellent memory. You know that. You said it before, too. I sure have. Mom and Dad are arguing in the corner. They don't think I can hear them. What are they arguing about? Mom thinks we should be in the storage room on the east side of the house because she says it's further underground. Is it? No, one of the walls is only half covered. She's also afraid that the water heater in here could explode if that happens. Or could explode. If that happens, we'd be killed, even if we were in the other room. We'd burn to death. So you guys are in the safest room? We are least likely to be killed by the tornado if we are in this room. But there's no guarantee in either room. Tornadoes and debris are unpredictable. Okay, not a good time. Sounds like you thought this out. It's just common sense. Are you scared? Yeah. Anything I can do to help? How? We can just talk. What about? You've been writing a lot lately, haven't you? Yeah. you want to read me one of your stories? Like how we used to tell stories to each other. All of my stories upstairs. It'd be dangerous to go upstairs during a tornado warning. Didn't think about that. This is a game called 3/4 Home. I know very little about it. So far, we know the dad's name is David. He's an amputee who's having phantom pains, so he drinks instead of taking painkillers. We know Nora is the mother, and she works a not ideal job. We know Ben's 16. That's enough to tell you that. And then my name's Kelly, and I'm kind of like picking apart the story as we go while the white balance is messing up on the webcam. The story's like getting written as I'm playing through. So far, the entirety of the gameplay is just text-based, and I'm driving. I wrote one today. I can tell it to you. You remember the whole thing? Yeah, I have an excellent memory. That's right. Are you ready? Wait, what's it called? Untitled. Oh, well, okay then. Are you ready now? Yeah. The village sat in a wide valley cut high in the mountains. It was a place of plenty, a gash of green and the otherwise cold state rising above on all sides. I gotta say, this rain effect over the text is making it very hard for me to read it. Sirens are gone. Appreciate it. Those living in the village called the place View. View? Those who lived higher in the mountains, mining for precious glints of yellow and blue, called it the trough. Those in the valley treated this name as an insult, for they thought it was a name unfit for their fair village. The people of View, or the trough, had lived there for centuries. They were mostly farmers, though a fair number of merchants made a home in the valley for most of the year, save for the month where they would venture upwards into the mining towns to sell their harvest bounty at a premium. They would return home with bags filled with chips of yellow and blue tied to their fine leather belts, clinking brightly with the wealth. The next year, they would trade half of their shining flints to the farmers for a share of the harvest that they would, in turn, cart up to the mining villages yet again. Food flowed up and outwards from the valley, and the yellow and blue would trickle down, gathering in the valley like a collection basin. This continued for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. Dozens of generations of farmer fathers and merchant sons were born, grew wealthier, and were buried beneath the plush pasture of the valley, until the beast descended. Ooh. The mining folk in the higher reaches of the mountains had past tales of the beast around for as long as their history stretched. At the highest peak of the northernmost mountain, they said, lived the beast. It watched in all directions through slit eyes, judging those below, biding its time until it would enact a righteous calamity. It was a nightmare of immense and terrible power, the miners would whisper. But it was also a patient creature. It would wait until it felt the world below had become irredeemable before unleashing such destruction that its judgment would be fulfilled. It was simply biding its time until an age of selfish sin before cascading down an... It was simply biding its time until an age of selfish... That's a weird sentence. It was simply biding its time until an age of selfish sin before cascading down an era of sickness and madness, of fire and char and blood. And one day, after hundreds of generations of farmers and traders had lived and died in that valley, it appeared in view. The beast had risen in the trough. It appeared without warning, with neither sound nor fury. It was simply there. Curled atop 4 legs, steaming breath rising from its black maw, leathery wings folded in its hulking shape, it towered over the center of the village, ominously silent. It did not move. It did not even seem to be living, save for the seeping steam billowing from its slime-slicked snout. The villagers' warriors were called to arms, the ceremonial horn echoing off the walls of the valley, aching towards a pregnant silence. After a moment stretched thin, they rushed towards the beast, their spears angled at its massive form. The rest of the village watched from the safety of embroidered drapery as the spears splintered against the beast's hide, the honed blades shattering like glass. The warriors fell to the earth, crying out as their arms, as splintered as their spears, hung lifeless from their sides. The beast did not stir. The village's warriors were buried the next morning, having perished during the night. Those who tended to their wounds would later claim their eyes turned black, as if their light was leached from within. The people of View, or the Trough, gathered to discuss what was to be done. The beast slumbered, but for how long? Why did it sleep? And perhaps most worrying of all, how had it arrived in their valley? Not a soul had seen its arrival. It was almost as if this thing had simply materialized in the center of the village, or, some proposed, it had emerged from the earth itself. But if that were the case, how had the soil, the valuable, rich, rare earth, the source of their plenty and affluence, birthed such a terrible creature? Some were quick to suggest leaving the valley. We could ascend into the alcoves of the mountains, the merchants said. With no one to defend the fields, how would we eat? The farmers countered. The villagers decided to stay within the valley. The creature slept, and the creature breathed, with each breath, its skin rolled, animating the thorny black scales into a roiling obsidian briar. But it did not rouse. It did not move. It did not rain terror from the skies, nor did it consume children by the score. It slept. The farmers continued to tend their land. The merchants made their yearly trek up the treacherous trails to collect what little chips of wealth their miners had collected in exchange for the farmers' yield, year after year. However, there seemed to be a little less harvest, a little less yellow and blue passed around in the snowy alcoves carved from unforgiving rock, a little less green in the valley, a little less light. This continued for 20 years, until the day it began to rain. The people of View, or the Trough, watched the clouds roll in, not from the south, where the clouds usually arrived laden with water from a faraway sea, but from the north, where there was but ice and stone and mountain. The rain draped the valley in a dampness that did not relent, but instead crept into every corner. The mountains themselves seemed to sweat and pour water into the valley. The water carried with it a quiet rot. The first harvest after the rains began produced a meager crop, and what little could be gathered was blackened with mold before the merchants had a chance to trade for their yellow and blue. Their livestock fared no better. The animals quickly began developing weeping sores that became infected and killed with a quick fever. That winter, the people of the Trough, or View, watched one another waste away as they began to starve. The next harvest was worse. Every last crop had turned mealy and infested before midsummer. By the end of the season, the last of their livestock was dead. The people of the Trough watched one another descend into a state of hungry madness, devouring the rotting wood, sloughing, from their homes in slimy heaps, and their fine leather belts that once held yellow and blue, now sprouting spores of black mold. Their village and its residents were rotting away. The beast slept. As the rains from the north continued into their third year, the few remaining people in the trail began to prophesy about the beast. It had come and brought with it a great devastation, they could agree. It had brought the rains from the north, and it had brought the rot to the village that would not relent. Squatting in what little remained of their crumbled homes, they dreamt of the day that the beast would be satisfied by their penance, when it would wake and leave their valley, and allow them to rebuild the rubble. The time will come, they said, when the beast will wake from its slumber and spread its wings, reaching from one end of the valley to the other, and with a beat of those mighty wings, it will ascend aloft and squall. Hello, airplane. Oh, that's a bird. And the wind will lift away our rot. The villagers waited for this day to come. A generation came and went, born into the rain and long rotten in the moldy dirt. Few survivors had long abandoned hope that the beast would return to its mountain perch. It was perpetual, a manifestation of their sin. The beast slept. Until it did not. The day the beast awoke, the villagers celebrated. They watched as it stretched its long, horrible form into shape, hide shuddering as it shook the decades of rain from the thorny scales. They sang to the beast as it stood uncertainly and reared on its haunches, unfolding the scarred leather wings from one end of the valley to the other. The time of the beast's departure had finally arrived. The time had come for the cleansing wind. The beast bent its wings, emitted a tired and ugly groan as it lifted from the sodden earth. With a final sigh, shot high into the air, sending a gust of wind through the valley that toppled what dismal dwellings remained haphazardly standing. The valley was wiped clean. The villagers were knocked from their feet by the rush of wind. As they struggled upright, they felt the sun on their skin for the first time. They rejoiced, their pale forms dancing in a pitiful display of frailty. They could return to the ways of their ancestors. They could know plenty. They planted their first crop before the grass had even greened, with a newfound acuity for the hunger pains that plagued them constantly. But the grass did not wax green, and the crops did not grow. The decades of rain from the north had left the earth poisoned. There was no going back. They would not know plenty, nor would they silence the constant muttering of their stomachs. Their rot had been lifted, and its placed sterility. The sun shone, but it was upon a new land. A land turned to jagged, unforgiving slate, where perhaps bits of yellow and blue could be scavenged if one dug deeply enough to find a petrified leather belt. That's the end. You remembered all that? I don't have it with me to read. I obviously remembered it. Did you like it? I did. I'll print you a copy. What were you doing at Grandpa's house today? Whoa, don't you want to talk about the story? Ooh, it got a lot darker. No, if you liked it, that's all I wanted to know. You don't want any feedback? I have a couple of questions. Like what? What inspired you to write that? Wow, you cannot see anything. I wanted to write it. Fair enough. But what made you want to? I just wanted to write a story. Fair enough. Will you answer my question now? I answered yours. I was just visiting. But there's no one there to visit. I just wanted to see it. Oh. Why didn't you ask if I wanted to go? You were still asleep. You could have woken me up. Did you want to go? Not really. Did you find anything there? Something for you, actually. What is it? A guitar pick. Why would I want a guitar pick? It's cool. I don't think so. We can play together. I don't want to. Okay. Why not? We used to. That was before. Now I don't care about the guitar. Oh. You can keep the guitar pick. I don't want it. I will. Are you crying? I'm just sad. Oh! Development. Okay. It's because that Jesse person kicked you out of their house? Out of your house? Then I don't... Or is it because you had to move back home since you couldn't find a job? Mom and Dad are worried about both those things. They think you're sad because of them. Ben... Okay, Ben. Give me the phone. Kelly's crying and I want to know why. I know, honey, but let me talk to her. Please. Come here, bud. Let me wind up this radio so we can listen to the weather report. Did I do something wrong? Yes! Did I do something wrong, Kelly? Let's go help Dad. Okay. I'm sorry you're sad. Hey, Kelly. Are you okay? Not really, no. Ben, he doesn't understand that he can't. Ben is fine. Haha! It says Ben again. That's another example of the wait. Boom. It says Ben again. He looks up to you so much, you know. I know. Where are you? Are you close to home? Can't tell, it got really dark. Can't believe the sirens are still going off. This might be the longest tornado warning we've ever had. They're saying 2 more have touched down in the county. Ooh. Listen, when you get home, we all sit down and have a talk. I think we need it. I'd like that. Really can't tell where you are? 5 miles out, maybe? Given the rate I've been going, probably a little less than that. Okay, make sure you... What's that noise? Oh, shit. Is the house gonna get hit with the tornado? Mom? Mom, you're breaking up. Oh, Mom? Kelly, Mom? Are you there? Hello? Mom? Shit. Oh, did I drive past it? Oh no. Oh. Huh. Very interesting. Ooh, do you need an epilogue? I mean, I have to now, yeah? Yes. She wished that she had called back then. Yep. That was not lost on me. Oh, that was, though. Ooh. Ooh. This is the extended edition, if you didn't know. This will affect performance. That's like computer performance? Sure, I'll do quite a bit. Ooh. Not yes. Call mom, just wait. Call mom! Hello? Hey mom, it's me. Me? Who is me? It can't be Kelly. She never calls. I can walk. And sorry. 3 months without a call and it's just sorry. I can't move. I hope I didn't break it because I can't move. Did I fix it? I'm really sorry. You're getting there. In advance, the epilogue is far less engaging. Gotcha. Just in case, I'm just gonna go ahead and save real quick because I haven't actually yet this entire time. Yes. Okay, let's try that again. It's good to hear your voice. You too, Mom. What made you finally decide to call? I don't know. I just wanted to. That has to be a first. I'm serious. Can we stop with the guilt trip, please? Fine, fine. I'll give it a rest. You called, that's what matters. Thank you. You outside? Sounds like you're in a wind tunnel. Yeah, I'm waiting for my bus. Your brother told me that you guys were going to be in getting a snowstorm. You're standing around in that? It's finally starting to let up. That's good, but why are you waiting for the bus? You got your car fixed, didn't you? I did. The roads are just really bad. Taking the bus is better. How? It made sense earlier. I don't see how it could. How much longer are you stuck waiting there for it? Should be here by now. What's keeping it? The roads? That's my guess. Which bus are you waiting for? Why would you have asked that? I don't know why there were brackets around that one. I'd probably be curious about it. You never know. Could you... Hello? Could just get on another bus? You can warm up. Maybe get a little closer to wherever you're going. That sort of is kind of how buses work sometimes. They all sort of don't go in the same direction. It's worth thinking about. Don't feel like you have to keep waiting in the cold on my account. I do kind of owe it to you. That's sweet of you. Trying to make me feel better. It's a start. But you have 3 months of unreturned calls to make up for. Don't forget. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry? Well, I don't know. Until I'm tired of hearing it. Great. I might let you off the hook if you can explain yourself. I don't think you'd understand the real reason. Fine, we can skip over that part for now. Why are those trees disappearing and reappearing? Fine, we can skip over that part for now. But why? But I would ask what you've been up to the whole time. Wouldn't I? You would. Then here you go. What's been keeping you so busy? Work? About that. Kelly. Before you get mad, let me explain. Please do. I quit the coffee shop. What? Don't freak out. I got a new job. Okay, that's good at least. Try to leave with that next time, okay? You'll spare me a heart attack. Did something happen? It's kind of a long story. Lucky for you, I'm listening. You remember my boss, right? Sure, the asshole. That's the one. What did he do? He didn't have to do anything. We got into an argument. Please tell me you didn't start it. I did. But you deserved it? Nah, I didn't. Good, so what happened? Doesn't matter. As long as he did the right thing, I guess it doesn't. It was the right thing to do. I trust you. You need me to fight him? We'll both take him. He'll never know what hit him. It's a conceptual design choice. The bracketed options are her inner understanding of the conversation, even though it isn't exactly what they're saying to it. God, I got it. Bang. Pow. Couldn't think of another noise to make. That was my second fist. Gotcha. So where's the new job at? Ooh, a museum. We're not doing a museum. A restaurant. What, like waiting tables? Damn right. No, you don't quit a coffee shop job to go host. You got it. You used to wait tables. Have I ever told you that? At your neighbor's restaurant, right? That's right. It was an okay job. Some nights were pretty fun. No. Especially when the bartender would let me close up at night. That part I haven't heard. Oh, it was a good time. Your dad and a couple of his friends would come by on those nights. Let me tell you, we could drink back then. It was free booze. We were basically obligated, weren't we? Don't do it, Dad. We'd refill most of the bottles with water afterward. There had been nothing but water left in some of them by the time I quit. You never got caught? Nope. I don't know, honestly. The bartender had to realize what we were doing. I think you had a little crush on your dad, truth be told. What? Oh, and your dad knew it, too. You never admitted, of course, but I think your dad kind of liked the attention. Can't believe you're telling me this. Or you can't believe that your old mom would be into it used. Whew. Or you can't believe that your old mom used to be a dumb teenager. Wait, what were we even talking about? Oh, your new job at the restaurant. Do you like it there? I like it more if the tips were better. Don't we all? They're not great. Depends on the day. Wow, this is... Something's better than nothing, right? And you know, a job's a job. Exactly. Any chance you can get some time off to come home for the holidays? Haven't asked yet. You were planning on coming home, weren't you? I'm not sure yet. You're planning on coming down, aren't you? Hadn't really thought about it. You aren't missing another year, Kelly. I won't allow it. I'll drive up there and drive you back to Nebraska by your hair if I have to. No, of course I'll be there. You better start making a plan. You'll probably have to request time off, won't you? And you'll need a plane ticket. I could drive. What about your car? Wait, was it fixed? Wait, for crying out loud, Kelly. Make up your damn mind. I really can't remember. Either way, I don't trust it on the road for such a long drive. I'd much rather you fly. You don't trust the car, or you don't trust my driving? Both. I've seen you talk on your phone while you drive. That's really dangerous, you know. Fine, I'll look at plane tickets. When will you be able to fly out? After the semester is finished? Yep. When's that going to be? Just a couple more weeks. It's sooner than I thought. Are your classes going alright? Hello, bus. It's been a tough semester. Get on the bus. My grades are terrible. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just the classes I'm taking are difficult. I thought you were looking forward to this semester, especially that photography class. You bought that expensive camera and everything. Can I not give up? Okay. It turns out the teacher hates me. Yep. Oh, come on now, Kelly. I'm sure he doesn't hate you. Believe me, she does. Oh, sorry, she. I just assumed. Never mind. What makes you so sure that she hates you? She's always singling me out. Criticizing, well, actually, both of those could be other way around, but singling me out. Maybe she's trying to push me harder than the others. That doesn't explain my grade. Well, what are you doing wrong? What does she want from you? She wants me to be more experimental. Like Picasso or something? It's actually... okay, sure, like Picasso. Keeping it simple for me, huh? I won't argue. How do you plan on going about being more experimental? I have no idea. Can you just, like, fake it? I mean, explain why what you're doing is experimental without it being completely true? Isn't that what art is? Okay, that's not fair, but I could. You don't sound thrilled about the idea. I mean, I don't want to phone it in. That's admirable, I guess. But don't forget about the priorities here. A grade is a grade. I'm working on it. Good. I hope you have a plan. I just have to do well on my final projects. Yep, that one. You will. I have a feeling. He's hoping. What about the rest of your classes? Anything else? Is there anything that you can do to help those grades out? What's with all the questions, Mom? Just trying to understand what's going on. I don't think I can save them. We can't go through this again, Kelly. You said that you'd get your grades up so you can graduate. Is something else going on? Are you doing okay? No, I'm really not. Talk to me, Kelly. I want to be here for you. I want to help. Everything is falling apart. Oh, Kelly. Everything is not falling apart. Boom, passive-aggressive. I knew you'd be dismissive. That's not being dismissive. It's being supportive. Everything couldn't be falling apart, literally. You still have a roof over your head. Roof over your head. Look how long that lasted. Oh, stop being dramatic. Like your problems were anything close to what I was going through at the time. Okay, true. Are you ready to talk about any of that yet? Nope. Then let's talk this through. Jesse and I are having problems. Okay, what kind of problems? Ooh, Jesse can be a he or a she. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's go he's been distant. Distant how, like you never see him. No, we've been living together. Uh-huh. This is news to me. Do I even want to know how long that's been going on? A while. I'll have to talk about that little secret another time. What's the issue then? He's never home. From the sound of things, you're constantly busy. Maybe he has a lot going on too. That's the thing I don't know. You don't ask? I just get vague answers. You think he's keeping something from you? Maybe. Like, confront him about it. I know that you're not that spineless, Kelly. I don't know why I'm... Ooh, into another argument. I don't know why I'm scared to. Are you happy? With him, I mean? I don't think either of us are. That's the real issue then, isn't it? I can't tell you what to do, but I want you to be happy. And you're not. Something has to change. Change could be worse. Or it could be better. Either way, I think you two definitely need to talk. So that's what's been getting to you? Or is there more? Ooh. There's Hannah and Kyle and Peter. Or isn't that enough? Let's do Hannah. It's just a prank, Han. How's she doing? She got married. Oh, good for her. Maybe not. What, you don't like the guy? He's an asshole. You're avoiding her because of him. Pretty much. You could arrange to have a girls' dinner or something. That wouldn't go down too well. So guy's controlling on top of being a jerk? Exactly. They got... Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know if there's much you can do about that. Maybe she'll come to her senses and dump his sorry butt. I hope so. I do too. So is this... Oh, is there more? I do too. So is this the Hannah situation the only thing that's getting you down? Ooh, is there more though? Oh, there's more. Keep talking. Kyle and Peter. What about them? I hardly hear from them anymore. Why's that? They moved to Florida. You don't keep in touch? We did for a while. What changed? They got married. Ah, damn it. Nothing. I know how that goes. Reminds me of what happened with Gracie. You remember her, right? Who? Yeah, what about her? I knew you would. She moved to Chicago a couple years ago. I didn't know that. It's just one of those things that's never come up anyway, I guess. Anyway, we promised to keep in touch. After a while we did. And for a while we did. But it's hard to maintain something like that, you know? People have their own lives. They just drift apart. It still sucks. You're right, it does. And between Hannah, Jesse, and the boys, I can understand why you'd feel abandoned is the right word. It works. I'm sorry, Kelly. I wish you didn't feel that way. I don't even know how it got this far. What do you mean? I didn't even notice it happening. It was like I just woke up one day and everything was different. Why didn't you try and stop it? I don't know. I do. It's because it felt inevitable. And I felt stuck, telling the same story over and over. Everyone else had moved on with their lives, but not me. And the whole time, you never once thought to call home. It wasn't that simple. Sirens. Is this really the conversation that you wished you would have had with me? You took over the conversation. What am I supposed to do? Who could have done that? How could I have done that? Question after question after question. Do we have to go through this every time? I don't know what you mean. You're the one who asked for all of this. You're trying to act like I'm in the wrong? Well... Oh, please. You're just ashamed to say that you wanted this to happen. That you wanted your problems to feel important. What? You knew that I was having a hard time. You knew that all of us were. Instead of acting like you cared about all the things we were going through, you decided to bitch and moan about all of your stupid problems instead. Stop, please. Your dad nearly died. Weeks went by when I didn't have anyone to talk to. Ben tried to help, but he just doesn't understand how. I'm sorry. Did it ever occur to you that maybe I needed someone to talk to? Mom, please, I didn't raise you to be so selfish or ungrateful. And the whole time you're throwing your future away because you're so sad. What the hell is wrong with you? There was your dad and I worked to give you every opportunity we didn't have. I never had the chance to go to college. But you turn around and end up back where we were, interviewing for your dad's old job because what? You just couldn't handle it? Can we just go back to how we were talking before? Why? This is what you're really thinking, deep down, buried beneath all the other garbage you're holding on to. Please. Just tell me why you didn't call. Admit it, you were selfish. Self-absorbed, you didn't care. That's not true. Then why didn't you call? Why would I? So I could list the ways I was a disappointment? Or hear all the ways that your lives are falling apart? Now there's nothing that I could do to help? Or to remind myself that I was completely on my own? I was terrified. You and Dad were always there for me, and then everything changed. I wanted to prove I could make it on my own and that you didn't need to worry about me. But I failed. I failed and I was terrified to ask for help. Because for the first time in my life, I didn't feel like you had any help to give. Just say something, please. So you're done? Ah, I didn't see what it said, oops. Why are you torturing yourself? Because I could have done better. We all could have. What makes you think you should carry all of that blame? I could have just called. You think a single phone call would have made everything different? It would have helped. Sure, but you didn't, and there's no changing it now. And we managed. We kept going. So stop playing the martyr and finish our conversation. Okay. This is the one part you always get exactly right, you know. What part? You can always talk to me, Kelly. I hate that you feel like you're out there all by yourself. There's a lot going on here, I know. But I always have time for you. I don't want to burden you. It's not a burden. I'm sorry I haven't called. It's okay. I'm not mad. My bus is here. You should get on this one. You've been sitting out in the cold long enough. But I haven't even asked about Dad. He's doing fine. He's healing, starting to get around on his crutches. It's been a slow progress, but he's getting there. Or how Ben's doing in school. Ben? He's definitely having problems, but that isn't anything new. It's nothing that your dad and I can't handle. We'll figure it out. If there's anything I can do... Stop it, Kelly. Get on that damn bus. Yeah, okay. I love you, Kelly. Love you too. Goodbye, Kelly. Until next time. Wow. Wow. That was an experience.